Okay, so we have a new trial date in the State versus Kohberger, the Idaho 4 case. Originally, Judge had set the trial to begin in June of 2025, but when the change of venue happened and the case was assigned to Judge Hippler, he had suggested either a May start date or a September start date. The prosecution was in favor of May, and the defense, of course, was in favor of September. So it looks like a happy medium has been worked out, and the trial is scheduled to start in August of 2025. Let's look at the new filing. Okay, so all prior scheduling is hereby vacated, and jury questionnaires will be administered approximately, and it doesn't have the date, just says 2025, and then voir dire shall begin on July 30th, 2025. The jury trial shall commence on August 11th, 2025, and run through November 7th, 2025, inclusive of the penalty phase if necessary. Trial will begin each day at 8:30 a.m., and conclude at approximately 3:30 p.m. with a lunch break of approximately 45 minutes, Monday through Friday. The parties should be aware that some trial weeks may need to be shortened depending on other obligations of the court. Counsel should have sufficient evidence and witnesses ready to go each day to utilize the full day's trial schedule. A final pretrial conference will be held on May 15th, 2025 at 9 a.m. and continue May 16th, 2025 if necessary. Earlier status conferences may be requested of the court and or initiated by the court. And the motion dates are as follows. The death penalty motion, so the state's responses to the defense's motions challenging the death penalty are due October 10th, 2024. The defense's reply briefs by October 24th, 2024. A hearing on those motions will be held November 7th, 2024 at 9 a.m. Discovery motions. The last day to file motions to compel regarding any known unresolved issues is November 14th. Responses to those motions are due December 6th. Replies are due December 20th. And a hearing on the discovery motions will be held on January 23rd, 2025 at 9 a.m. and continue the following morning at 9 a.m. if necessary. Any Rule 12 ICR motions, all motions governed by ICR 12, including motions to suppress evidence, are due by November 14th, 2024. Responses to those motions are due December 6th. Replies are due by December 20th, and a hearing on the motions will be held January 23rd, 2025 at 9 a.m. and will continue for the following morning at 9 a.m. if necessary. Motions in limine and notices under IRE 404B 608 609 says motions in limine and similar motions notices are due by February 10th, 2025. Responses to these motions are due March 3rd, 2025. Replies are due March 17th, 2025. A hearing on the motions will be held on April 3rd, 2025 at 9 a.m. and continue the following morning if necessary. Discovery and expert disclosures. Defendant's discovery deadline is January 9th, 2025. Experts. A list of experts the parties intend to call at trial, including a copy of the expert's report consistent with ICR 16b7 and a copy of the expert's curriculum vitae, shall be disclosed to the opposing party as follows. State's guilt phase experts, December 18th, 2024. Defendant's guilt phase experts, January 23rd, 2025. Rebuttal guilt phase experts, February 13th. State's penalty phase experts, January 27th. Defendant's penalty phase experts, March 31st. And rebuttal penalty phase experts, April 28th, 2025. Trial materials. Proposed jury questionnaires shall be simultaneously filed under seal by March 24th. Objections are due March 31st. A sealed closed hearing on the proposed questionnaires will be held on April 16th, 2025. Proposed jury instructions and trial briefs shall be filed by April 14th. Objections and or stipulations to the proposed instructions are due by April 21st. Proposed exhibit list shall be filed and exchanged by April 21st, 2025. The parties must identify exhibits specifically and individually, with each exhibit referenced by the Bates number that was used during discovery. Copies of exhibits shall be exchanged by April 21st, 2025. Each exhibit must be affixed with an exhibit number. The state shall use red exhibit stickers beginning with S through 1. The defense shall use blue stickers beginning with D through 1. To expedite trial, each exhibit should be viewed by opposing counsel prior to trial and a determination made as whether an objection will be lodged against the exhibit and the basis for the objection identified. On or before May 14th, 2025, the parties shall jointly file for a log spreadsheet identifying which exhibits are objected to and the basis of the objection, and those to which there are no objections. Guilt phase lay witness list shall be filed under seal by April 21st, 2025. Penalty phase lay witnesses shall be filed under seal by May 5th, 2025. The list of witnesses must identify specific individuals and not merely identify groups of people generally. Now, there was a closed hearing today with the defense, and Eric Fredrickson, who is in charge of Idaho's public defense system, and it was believed that that was going to be about Ann Taylor's contract because she's now in private practice so that she can continue forward on the Kohberger case, but also the budget for all of her expert witnesses and her staff. And there are sealed documents that have been filed, that were filed yesterday, which I'm assuming are from that hearing, but it also looks like that Anne will be continuing because Judge Hippler filed this today. Okay, it says, request for appointment and transfer of case. Prior to the transfer of this criminal case to this court, the Honorable District Judge Mark Monson, 2nd Judicial District, had been appointed to serve as the resource judge, which was accomplished in Latah County by the opening of a sealed separate civil case. This court seeks to reestablish Judge Monson as the resource judge for the criminal case and requests that the Idaho Supreme Court transfer venue of Latah County case CV92328 to Ada County. The court further requests that Judge Monson be assigned as an out-of-district resource for the 4th District so there can be reappointed by the resource judge case once it is transferred to Ada County, so that he can be reappointed. Okay, so it appears that Anne is staying on the case because with the judge requesting that Monson be moved over to Ada County to continue as the resource judge, it appears that her team is going to stay intact because that's continuity, having Monson come over. And what he does as the resource judge is he helps determine if they need additional resources for the defense, and he has to go through the state Supreme Court. But that's how they can get additional people on the team or additional experts or the budget for additional people. So that is important that he is being transferred over from Latah County to Ada. And he's actually out of Nez Perce County. But as we've seen with this case, everybody's kind of getting borrowed from different counties. So that is where we stand right now. Trial date starting August 11th of 2025. And as usual, if there's anything else you want me to discuss, let me know.